Hello everyone, welcome back. In this next video, what I'm going to be doing is I will be showing you how to set up the infrastructure for Revit MEP. Okay, so for that, what you need to do is to open up your Revit, whichever one that you are using. Once you open up your Revit, find where it says new project right here. That's if you're starting from the very first point, if you haven't done anything on it. Right, so to go to new, what you're going to see is a dialog box that is going to open right over there. Right, this dialog box says new project. You need to be able to choose what template you need to be able to use from all these different templates that you have here. The method I'm going to show you is right over here. It says template file. Click on the drop down and then choose whether you're going to be using Imperial or a metric system. So say for example that I choose metric system right over here. Choose metric, and I'm gonna say new project, and then once I'm done. Now if you're using Revit, before 2025, mostly before 2024, 2025, you might find that this tab here is a little different. So when you click right over here, it will show you systems, structures, and different types of templates right away. Right? From 2025, from about 2025, 2024, 2025, they have readjusted this tab here a little bit, and now what you see, now this is what you actually see when you open that. Okay, but it's the same. Don't worry too much. The template is the same. They just reorganized how it was done before. Right, now I'm just gonna go and choose metric system right over here. Say okay. Right in here, I can see that I have my project browser right over here on the right hand side, and I have my properties on the left right over here. Now, right here on my project browser, notice that I can be able to tag these in and out and dock them where I need. For example, if I need my properties to be on the left or on the right, I can be able to do that. Now, to do that, you simply just click and hold the type right over here. It says project browser. I'll click and hold that, and I'll take it and I will dock it to the edge there. Can you see once it shows a different color? Once it shows a different color means you can be able to dock it there like that. I can do the same on the other side. I'll dock it right over here. Now it will be on the side. So if you want to see it from the left or the right, that's totally up to you guys. Okay, but I'll leave it here. I'll have my project. Now, can you see this project browser that I have? It will show me my architectural. It will show me my coordinates. It will show me my electrical, which is under MEP. It will show you my mechanical, which is under MEP, and it will show you my plumbing, which is also under MEP. And this is what I basically focus on this. So just make sure that the template that you choose, you are able to see this. Right. The next thing that you need to do is to check your units. Okay. For that, you can type in UN for units, or you can go and you can go to manage right over there. See where there's manage there on the tabs, right? Under manage, now you'll find different types of units here that you can use. You go ahead and find project units. Left click there on the project units. Now you're gonna find the project units, different types of units that you want to change right over here. Say that you want to change currency, volume, time. All you need is just to click once inside of these, and then it will take you to this format. And then you can change what you want to change from here. Notice on the top it says these are just common units. But if you click on the drop down, it will then specify electrical, energy, HA, HVAC, infrastructure, piping, and structure right over there. So what is it that you are setting up? For example, if I am setting up, say my HVAC, I'm gonna left click there. Then I'll say, okay, these are different settings that I can be able to work with here in units. Let me say I need to go to density right over here. I'll go to density. Under density, I need to change my units. Under my units, I'm gonna go right over here. Then I can choose, oh, do I need to use kilograms per cubic meters? Or do I need to use pound mass per cubic foot and so on, right? For this example, I'm going to choose kilograms per cubic meter right over there. Then I can go to rounding increments. Then I can change this to whatever it is that I need to be able to change, whether 0.001 or 0.002, depending on the incrementation that you'll be able to require for what you are doing. Okay, and then unit symbols, that's going to show you the kg stroke, whatever, you've got that there. All right. Once I'm done there, I'm going to say okay. And if I'm happy with all these settings, I can then move on to the next one, say that I need to be able to also look at my electrical right over there. I can go to electrical. Under electrical, I can go to power, apparent power. Then I can change, what do I need? A voltage, amps, or watts, and so on and so on, depending on what it is that you're doing. Again, you can be able to set that there. Okay. Say that I choose what, then I'm going to go here and say, oh, the symbol for the unit symbol is there. And then I'm going to say, okay, once I'm done. Then I can also go to maybe a luminance right over there. Select that. And then if I don't want that to be on lux, I can click and then I can say, oh, I need that to be on foot candles. And I'll select that. And again, I'll say, okay, to apply that. Okay. And then the process will be able to repeat itself. If you want to go to pipes, you can go to pipe and then you can see, oh, what is the density of my pipe, kilogram per cubic meter, and so on and so on. You can change that and press OK. You can change what else, pressure, mass. Eh, The settings are the same. You just follow through with what units you need to be able to use. And after that, you go ahead and you say OK to accept all the settings that you have done. Then one more thing that you can be able to do also real quick, you can also go right over here to project information. Again, the same place under manage, project information. Now under project information, you get to name your project, okay, and give it some information. Say, for example, what organization are you working with? I'm gonna say, okay, if this is say quick access point, then description, you can say new project, project name, you can say this is a 20 by 20 Zani project. Then I can go and say the author, who's the author, and I can say, okay, maybe this is Simon MK, and I can continue adding in all these different parameters. If I want to be able to use the root analysis, again, I can go to edit right over here. You see where there's edit, and then I'm not really gonna change the settings now. I'm just gonna keep to the ones that are here, which is the door. And if you check here, there's different ones that you can select. In a different video, I will show you how this work exactly when you set them up. All right, for now, I'm just going to say okay to the default settings that are there. Then I can go here, other information. Then I can say, oh, what is the project issue date? And I can say, oh, maybe 12, 2025, project status. Is this project, have we started, or is this just a proposal, or is it, where is it at? We can say, okay, maybe, oh, this is a proposal, proposal project. Name, client name, we can say Mr. J is my client right over there. Project address, where is this address at? I can say maybe this address. Now if you check here, you're not gonna edit this. You need to click on the far end. You see three dots right over there. Click on those dots. Now it will take you to the editor box. Under this editor box, you can go and you can add in the address now and say, oh, maybe this is 500 Baker is my address. Uh, Maybe Baker Road. What number is it on? Maybe you can say 2250. There's a point there. 2250. It's a comma. 500 Baker Road, and then you can specify wherever that project is, right? Then you can continue with your address. Once you're done, you are happy. Now check 2250 500 Baker Road. Project name, you can give it a name, whatever name that is Zani project, right over there. Maybe this is Zani project 1. Then you can just continue with whatever it is that you need. Project number 00504, and all this just depends with whatever description the project that you have on. Once you're done, you simply go ahead and say okay right over there. All right, guys, if you have any questions, please do let me know. In the next video, I will show you something else again pertaining to this, but for now, this is how you do a quick setup for your Revit MEP and the units and project information right over there. Then once you're done, you say finish, or you can be able to save your work there. All right, guys, see you in the next video.